The first time you open Shotcut, you may notice that your application looks a little different than the one in this video, and that's because I've chosen a specific theme. To change the theme in Shotcuts, go up to the Settings menu and choose Theme, and you can see I've chosen the Fusion Light theme. I believe that Fusion Dark is the default, but you can choose any one of these. I'm going to leave mine on Fusion Light. And then the next thing you're going to notice is in the center, you'll see a box for new projects as well as recent projects. If this is the first time you've opened Shotcut, you probably won't see anything under recent projects. In this case, we're going to start with a new project. And so first you want to choose a project folder. So just click on here. And in my case, I'm just going to choose the videos folder. And then enter a project name. So let's call this Tutorial 2. Video mode, just leave it on automatic unless you know the specific settings. Usually the first video clip that you drag down to the timeline, that's what's going to set your size and your frame rate. So if you're using various clips, you probably want to pick whichever is your standard size. You want to make sure that's the first clip you drag down onto the timeline. But anyway, to start a new project, you basically want to pick a project folder, you want to name it, and just leave this on automatic, and you click the Start button. And then you can see we have, in this corner, we have the playlist, filters, and property tabs. And on this side, I have the Jobs window. If you don't see the Jobs window, just click the Jobs button at the top. You'll need this at the end when you go to export files. One other note about Shotcut, if you install it and you notice that the actual interface, it's not fitting your screen and you're not able to readjust it, like for example, I can click in between these two panes and I can make the playlist window bigger with a little preview monitor smaller. I can do the same thing like between the timeline. I can make this bigger or smaller. If you can't do that and you notice that, say, this little timeline or keyframes in the corner, if that's being cut off on the edge, one of the possibilities is you may have magnification turned on under your system settings. So I'm just going to minimize Shotcut for a second. Then right-click and choose Display Settings. You can see under the Scale and Layout that I have it set to magnify by 125%. And if I click on this drop-down, it's actually recommended to choose 150%. And this makes the text bigger so that it's easier to see. But Shotcut doesn't particularly like this. If you have it set for 150%, it won't let you, it basically your screen, your Shotcut window won't fit on the actual screen. And so you won't be able to adjust the size of, say, the preview window and other things like that. So I would say if when you first install Shotcut, if you notice that it isn't letting you resize things, go in and check this scale and layout and see if you have magnification turned on. I found that 125%, it seems to work fine, but if I have it on the recommended 150%, it just doesn't work well. So in this case, I'm going to leave it on 125%.